recording. All of my past VODs are on my YouTube, so you could check that out. And god damn, I always forget to to record. They're all on there if you want to catch some past classes. But this is what we did last class, which was the two. It was, all right, guys, see you later. It's an armadillo, a pill bug, and a tortoise, and then they all go home. They're all just in their little thing. And when I said we were going to draw this last time, I was like, this is actually an idea that I had for a comic. And I was kind of like, should I keep this for myself, or should we actually like do this on stream? But I was like, no, you know what? I think this would be good practice for everybody. I think it would be fun to draw. And I want to encourage you guys to draw things, especially that you're going to be really satisfied with the end product. So especially if you haven't drawn comics before, this might have been a little bit out of your comfort zone, and now you've got this fresh little drawing. And you guys all followed along amazingly. Honestly, I think that last week's drawings were some of my favorites of your guys that I had seen so far. So that was cool. So anyway, going to run with that theme again. Thank you to everybody who's popping in for the first time. This is an art class. We're also, if you know, I know some people just listen and want to like chill, but if you want to draw along, I love when you guys draw along. I love seeing your art afterwards. Hang on, let me open up my little thing here. So I'm gonna be working through very slowly. Oh, all right. Well, I guess we'll start with this. Well, let me show you guys what we're gonna draw. Oh yeah, the shrimp was so good. So I had this idea which has been sitting in my notes for a long time. Okay, you guys know the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop? You guys know that movie? Yes. We are going to draw Paul Blart Mall Cops. M-A-U-L. And it's this picture of Paul Blart attacking a cop and biting him on the neck. So, Paul Blart Mauls Cops, and it's this one. Now I have to say, all right, this will be a little bit of a challenge, but and as I'm going to explain, we're going to go very slowly. We're going to work through it, and I think you guys are going to be really. That movie sinks to Dark Side of the Moon. It's a little it is complex, but we're going to get through it. All right. Every little bit, I'm going to go slowly through. Yeah, there are hands in there, but I promise you, don't fear hands. You're going to be satisfied with the drawing at the end. All right? You got to be willing to try. Remember, the Beetle commandments, I'm going to go through them right now. Okay? We'll be pulling this up as a reference, all right? And as I think somebody pointed out to me, as far as I can remember, I don't think we've actually drawn people yet. I don't think we've actually drawn people. We've drawn a lot of like anthropomorphic animals and stuff like that, but I don't actually think we've drawn any humans. So I think this will be really good practice. Let's work through the commandments really quick. Dude, this tablet was kind of fucking up on me. All right, we're good. All right. Kevin James is an animal. These are the commandments. Beetle commandments. Number 1. Don't be too hard on yourself. At the beginning and the end of the day, we are doing this for fun. That's why I draw. It's because I like to draw. That's why I would encourage you guys to draw, because it's fun. You're going to learn about yourself as a creative. You're going to learn more about your own abilities. It's okay if you don't love this one, right? Even if it comes out at the end and you're like, I should have done this better. We are doing this for fun. No one, even though it's an art class, you're not getting graded on your work, all right? And you're your own worst critic. When you guys send me your work after, or when you post it on Twitter, which I love when you do that because I'm always going to retweet it, or if you're too shy to post it or you're not happy with it and you DM me the picture, I just don't want to hear my drawing sucks, this sucks, I'm shitty at drawing this, I'm shitty at drawing that, I suck at life, all that stuff. It's not helpful, it's not constructive, and it's irrelevant because we're just having fun, all right? It's just for fun. Don't be too hard on yourself. Number 2, go at your own pace. As we have pointed out, this is a little bit more of a complicated drawing than what we're used to. Only a little bit. It looks more complicated because there's more going on, but it's actually not too crazy. And I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to draw really slow. I'm going to work through everything nice and slow. So we get from beginning to end, no problem at all. But if I breeze through something, if it's too fast, if I'm bad at explaining something, that happens from time to time, I'm watching the chat. So just let me know. Just tell me. And then we'll go back and we'll do it again. All right? Go at your own pace. Don't be shy. You can speak up. And number 3, try new things. It's how you get better. That's exactly what we're doing here. When you were drawing, and it's not on the stream, hopefully this kickstarts a little bit of a creative bug in you. If you decide to start drawing, don't be that person that's just like, I only know how to draw, you know, a flower that looks like this. So I just draw this flower. Like, that's all I draw. And now, you know, that's all I draw. I just draw the flower, and I'm in my happy little zone, and I just don't, look, I can't even draw the flower right. All right? You got to try new things. If you want to draw, oh, the cool S. Isn't it this? Oof, still got it. God damn. Is it just, well, then actually I kind of fucked that up. Is it just me, or is that like the best one you've ever seen? It's honestly immaculate. That was really smooth. I don't even want to, yeah, I feel like this one's not going to be as good. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. Yeah, that's alright. I'm losing the S a little bit. But you got to try new things. And that's what we're doing today. And that's what I would encourage you to do when you're drawing. If you're like, I want to draw this thing with a dragon, but I've never drawn a dragon, so I shouldn't. Stop. Do it. Draw it. The first time you draw something, it might be bad. Not bad, but it might be, you might not like how it comes out, right? But you're never going to learn how to draw something new. You're never going to learn how to do something new if you don't just take that first step, all right? And don't be afraid of trying something new, because at the end of the day, we're just having fun. Get your pens and paper ready. And especially because this is a busy drawing, I'm really going to encourage you guys to draw small on this one. Also, I tend to draw my drawings small too. Now, this is not the case for everybody, but I like drawing things small because it gives me more control over the line work and the drawing. I know a lot of you guys ask me about drawing straight lines. It's a lot easier to draw a little straight line than it is to draw a straight line across a page. So keep this one small, especially because everything that we're going to do, there's a lot of detail in this one. And we're going to kind of be building up from the bottom. Now in this case, this is also a great example, I think, of a drawing that, let me zoom in a bit. This is a great example of a drawing where I did not frame the anatomy of this one. I know last class we were doing a little bit of a discussion, which is a valuable tool, I think, for artists, but I was doing a discussion about how before I draw people generally, especially when they're doing like an activity, this one is not doing an activity, I usually trace in pencil, I do a skeleton first. And what a lot of people do that I think they forget when you're drawing anatomy is to include the shoulder and the hip in your skeleton. When you draw just a regular stick figure, and then you go to actually draw your guy, you know, and you're trying to put the meat on the bones, it's not gonna look right. And you're actually, I think, also missing out on a very expressive part of the human body. And I'll even go in usually and draw a little hourglass shape, to kind of frame where the meat of their body is going to be also. I always do that when I'm drawing something that's a little bit more dynamic. I did that. You know what I just drew that for? I just did that Krav Maga panda comic. I'm not even drawing humans, but I had to trace the where is it? Like these are some complicated positions. The arm bar, I had to draw the skeleton before I actually drew these guys. See that? You're telling me we have a spooky skeleton with us right now? No, it's not real. It's not real, guys. But like this guy, like this, and actually what I did for that was before I even drew the anatomy, I had to look up some references, and not just references. Of course, I looked up what the panda looked like, so I had to get, and the bad guy, this fucking guy, what's his name? Tai Lung? Kind of hot, low-key. That's stupid. But then I was watching videos of I was watching Krav Maga video. You know what? This is also, here's a pro tip if you're drawing like some action and you need a fucking like you need a good reference for it. Don't just Google Krav Maga, because the photos that you're gonna see are all people posing and they're just like this, but there's no. You can tell there's no action. It's just somebody like, and they're like it looks like they're posing. What you should do is look up a YouTube video, and which is what I did. I looked up brutal Krav Maga moves, and I screenshotted some of the most like this is a guy flipping a dude onto his back. You're not gonna find that on Google Images. I was dying, bro, flipping through these. Like some of them came out so funny. This one, here's the arm bar reference. It's not even a great reference because they're both wearing black, but I kind of was able to use it. And then Angie in the chat. This one cracked me up too. This dude beating the shit. And you guys, if you're looking at my comic, or if you have it pulled up, this is what I used, these 3 poses because they were the funniest one, including like the motion blur a bit on his arm. I was just like some of those active poses were so funny. This one I didn't use, but it was really good too. This dude was just getting fucked up. This guy was crapping out. I know, it looks like a meme template. Something about those like tickled me. I was just like dying. I don't, honestly, my own criticism is I actually don't even think my drawings came out as funny as those original images, but it's hard to capture. Anyway, all that is to say, I used this spooky skeleton technique when I was drawing the bodies, including the shoulders and hips. Alright, so I suggest you guys do the same. Anyway, let's get to it. We're drawing small, because it's a busy scene. You want to make sure you have enough room for everything. Okay? Gonna YouTube search of bear mauling. Speaking of which, I just watched The Revenant for the first time. What a wild movie. Alright, I do want to zoom in, but I also kind of want to keep in mind what the size of my canvas is, like the total shape. We'll be alright. Okay. Are you guys ready? Here's how we're going to do it. Starts easy. We're going to start with the bite on the neck. No, but start anyways. We're going to start at the bite on the neck there. Okay? So, remember, I'm going to go nice and slow, alright? Don't get discouraged. Just going to go bump. Little. Bump. Bump. Really capture the energy of the bite. Well, here's what I was also going to say, is that a lot of artists get hung up on anatomy, right? Let me tell you, I did not trace any anatomy for this drawing, okay? And there's a reason for that. Yo, Paul Blart, FNAF jump scare. I think knowing anatomy is one of those things that it's a great tool, but you don't want to let it hinder your own drawing, because sometimes if you're so concerned about it looking right, you're actually going to be missing out a bit on some comedy. The fun part about cartoons is that they're not exactly right. You can make them really goofy looking. All right, we're drawing the mustache, so that'll give you a frame of reference for how small everything should be. That's a mustache of Paul Blart. It's this long bean shape, hot dog shape. I already feel like I'm drawing this a little bit too big, honestly, but hopefully you guys are giving yourself enough room. Line, 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 line. Yeah, line. These are his teeth. His nose, I'm kind of just making two little lines, just like his flared nostrils. I was actually a little, like, is this a bad idea to be drawing this? Because like tomorrow with this is there gonna be like another January 6th and now everybody's gonna be like Beetle was encouraging violence against police officers. But you know what? I don't really care. Alright, we're gonna draw his sort of head, cheek. Certified Beetle moment. Actually, that's too skinny. Kind of make a little soft U shape. This is the side of his head. Fuck it, we ball. Side of his head. Other side of his head. You know, he's kind of chubby, so you can keep it around. Drinking some fine ginger ale today. This just in. Beetle does not care if you commit violence against police officers. My lawyer has advised me not to. What was that? Oh, my lawyer advised me not to confirm or deny that. Two ears? Let's go, guys. January 6th, part 2 on April 1st. Oh my god. Tomorrow's not April 1st. Guys, do not listen to Bryson. He is living 10 days in the future. Your twitter.com page is quite epic. Keep it up, good sir. Tips Fedora. Thank you. I just feel good that I've cultivated an audience that types like that. Alright, guys. I hope you're drawing this smaller than I am because I'm already going to be running out of room here. This is the top of his head, and I'm adding little hairs. He's kind of got like a little messy haircut. See that little point over here? Point. Round it out. Bring it down. Do I know where your remote is? Did you check your butt? No, I don't know. Hairline. You with me? The old toad cut? The one from Mario. This is what I would do for the hair. He's got two little... I kind of draw it like a little lightning to give him just that he's got the little hairs in front of his face. And then connect it. How is everybody looking so far? Am I going too fast, or are you guys okay? Looking good? Looking fine. Okay, okay. One eyeball. You're gonna draw papyrus instead of Paul. Okay. It does kind of look like papyrus. For you guys who don't know, that is from the hit game Undertale. Do kids still love Undertale, or is that like, am I old for liking Undertale now? Angry eyes. And now I'm just gonna color in his little mustache because it looks better. Oh my god, I've created. Five Nights at Freddy's. I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's is a little bit like old hat at this point. I feel like all the kids that love Five Nights at Freddy's are like 40-year-old lawyers now. Time flies. Whoa! Imam Gamer. I hope I pronounced that right. Imam Gamer. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. I was trying to I'm trying to do more of a variety of streams, and so some of you guys were actually on here earlier when I just went live randomly in the middle of the day. Whoa! Oh! OG Trash Bins just subscribed, and they're on a 2-month streak. Trashbins already know. You already know how much love I got for you. Trashbins is the OG. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. I was on earlier. Here, look, guys. Also, just up the... Look, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Up on the cheek. Right? You kind of want to give a little dimension to it. So, this is the... We're now drawing the neck of the officer going up. So, just up on the cheek. Straight line going up. Well, Conyer! Conyer CC! Subscribe with Prime Gaming. I love you guys. I love you guys. If you guys don't follow Conyer, I mean, you guys probably do follow Conyer, right? I'm sure you guys do. But if you don't, you should. They do great streams, and they're usually after hours. Late night. So if you're looking for something to watch, listen, chill, vibe. I'm an old man, right? So I'm in bed at like 10 p.m. But if you need something, you know, to watch afterwards and you like the vibes, check out Conyer CC. Let's see here. Conyer is a Beetle Moses reply guy. Whoa! Hype train? Oh, we're very close to a hype train. Very close. Hype train imminent. That's so funny. Conyer is not a Beetle Moses reply guy. That sounds so like reductive of the rest of all the other cool stuff. Whoa! Hype train Hernandez. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bugs on my wee. Holy shit. Hype train Hernandez. Bugs on my wee. That is such a funny name. Oh my god, that's funny. Hype train. Please donate more. Every woe is stopping me from singing the song that's stuck in my head right now. Whoa! Oh god. All right. Next one. Story of Undertale. I'm making, this is the hairline a little bit, going up just tiny. Oh, I just eated a turkey tetrazzini, and it was so good. Yummers. Everybody, drop a yummers in the chat for the fucking OG Pixel Cat 420. They just ate a turkey what the hell is that anyway? They just ate a fucking turkey sandwich. Drop a yummers in the chat, baby. Yummers! We need a yummers emote. What would that look like? Maybe that's what our second drawing will be. I'll draw what the yummers emote is. Drop a yummers in the chat, baby. It's like turkey, pasta, and cheese. That sounds awesome. I ate a lukewarm meatball sub. Yo, eating a burger. Damn. I love that all the Beetle gang is well fed. That's the best thing to spend money on is food. That's real. Alright. Let me zoom out a bit because I gotta see what I'm doing here. Yummers department. Sorry, wait guys, I'm getting a phone call. Yummers department? Yo! Gupter gifted a tier 1 sub. Let's go! Yummers in the chat. It ain't even the holidays. It's the best art class I've ever taken. We're like hardly through the drawing. Oh my god, I'm running out of room. I hope you guys are drawing smaller than me. How do I, hang on a second, can I adjust this? Edit. Canvas. Change canvas size. There we go. Sorry. I hate to do this to you guys because I know I want to make sure everybody has room. But I gotta make sure I got room too. Sorry, wait, I'm getting a phone call, guys. Hey guys. Oh, the Yummers department? Oh my god, you've got a critical level Yummer situation on the Beetle Moses chat? Guys, thank you for letting me know. Guys, I just got a call from the Yummers department, and I just need you guys to be really careful, because if the Yummers situation gets critical in the chat, then just this whole thing is going to go awry. So just make sure that when you're dropping Yummers, you guys know the drill. You know, just be careful with the Yummers, alright? Who the hell said Yummers first? I was like, when did we just start saying that? Alright, here's what we're going to do next. Ready? I am now drawing the mouth of the beast. Rounded rectangle. Yummers in this economy? Swinging my Yummers around like I just don't care. Oh, God. Hello? Yummers department? Oh. Okay, well, yeah, we'll be careful. Okay, alright, thanks for letting me... Alright. Yeah, no, sorry about that. No, I'll watch it. We'll watch it next time. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry, guys. We got a little too Yummers in the chat, I think, for a second, though. Alright. Next, here's a pro tip. When I'm drawing teeth... Come on, guys. You're going to get me in trouble. When I'm drawing teeth, I don't draw them like that. Alright? That's an uncreative, uninspired way to draw teeth. Just kidding. You could draw them like that, but... Here, I'm going to show you how to actually draw... Whoa! Received a level 1 hype train emote. Oh my god. What is it? Oh. Let's go. Amazing. We got a new emote. Thank you guys for helping me achieve that. Oh wait, it says only visible to me. Share it. Yeah. Choo choo. Let's go. All right, I did just do those teeth, but that's in this situation. In this situation, when he's screaming, here's how I'm gonna draw it. It's a little line going in. Okay, because what I like about drawing teeth like this, rounded like this. So it's almost a loose. If I was drawing it outside of there, it would look like this, like waves. The reason I like doing that is because it kind of shows the shape of the jaw a little bit, and it really shows how wide the mouth is, because we can see the back of the teeth. It sounds kind of gnarly to say it like that, but that's the idea. You'll notice I draw like that sometimes. And the same thing down here. Back of the teeth, curve, line down. If you just got here, you're still in time. I just drew this. He's biting the neck. It's Paul Blart. Mall with a U, cops, and it's Paul Blart basically savagely attacking this cop while he's on his little wheelie bike. Alright, next. Here's how we draw the rest of the mouth. Paul Blart Mall cop. The tongue is just a bump that goes back up like that. Darth Maul, yeah, you could do that. Bonus points. Tongue is just that bump. You can actually make it a little taller if you want. And then the back of make another bump. This is the back of the throat. I don't really know what you'd call this. You can color that in. That is a wide open, screaming mouth. Uvula? No, the uvula is the dangly bit, but from this angle, the uvula is like here, so you wouldn't see it. Hole? Thrusty? That is not what I would call it. Okay. 2 nostrils. Because also when they're screaming. Flared nostrils. I just like drawing the noses like that sometimes. It's funny. Especially when, like in a situation like this where they're both making very, like, animalistic expressions. It's funny to kind of give them that, like, it just makes them look more, savage for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, Beetle Moses Discord. I don't have a. Should I make a Beetle Moses Discord? I have a Patreon Discord for the Cold Cuts channel. That's on the Patreon. Beetle Moses Discord. I would love a Discord. That would be kind of fresh. I was thinking about doing that too. We do have a really good Discord community with the Patreon, and so I would just have to think about how those two kind of like intersect. But I might make a Beetle Moses one kind of just like free to hop in, so you guys can all share art. That would be pretty fun. But if you do want to support me, and if you want to have early access to Beetle Moses comics, early access to Yellow Swag Studios comics, bonus comics that never make it to Twitter, bonus episodes of the Cold Cuts podcast, and also basically like a direct line of messaging to me and Yellow Swag Studios, and we have a great community of people. It is on our Patreon, which is this one. No, I'm not Yellow Swag Studios. Yellow Swag Studios is my boyfriend. Not really, he's not really my boyfriend, but for all intents and purposes, he is. All right, we're gonna make two eyes. Circle. They kissed the last stream. It was kind of hot. I can't believe we were recording for that. Another circle. Those are the two eyes. Okay. If we make a Discord, call it Yummers. The cooking channel. That is smart. Make a little line above the eye for the forehead. I know I've been talking while we're like going. Are you guys following along here? Everybody with me? Following along, boss. Okay. Kind of a slight curve line, but very, very slight. It's going to be going from behind, almost where the ear is at. All right. Oh, wait. I don't really like that. All the way and rounded over the forehead. ADTR. Who's ADTR? This is the hat. Dude, there is somebody... My neighbor is like sawing wood outside right now. Can you hear that? Beetle, what drawing tablet do you use? I'm using a Wacom. No, sorry, I'm not using a Wacom. That's a lie. I don't know why that popped in my head. I'm using an XP pen. You look like a glizzy. Using an XP pen tablet, which they sent to me for free because I'm an influencer. It's been working fine for me, although I will say I have been having a couple issues with it recently, but it's a nice tablet, and it is cost effective. Like, I'm making the back of this guy's hair. Was that a psychotic streamer? Blatantly lies to innocent fan. Up here, we're going to make the star on the guy's hat. In a pinch, if you don't want to draw a star, you can actually make one of these little badgy things. But I think on the hat, the star looks better. He really does look like a glizzy. Or a cool S, yeah, if you want. You could draw the cool S. Ah, man, I feel, you know what, such a shitty feeling. It felt like the first one I did was the best one, and now none of them are like quite as good. It's when you don't care, you know what I mean? It's when it's like, yeah, oh yeah, the S, I haven't drawn it in so long. That one's pretty good. Oh, the S. Ah, yes, I remember the S. I used to draw that, but it's been so many years, I can hardly remember how to draw it. Oh god, that one's the worst one yet. Never mind. Tutorial on the S. Alright guys, real quick. 3 lines. Another 3 lines. Okay. The furthest line, you connect to the middle line. And the middle line, you connect to the furthest line. And then it's just V, V, and then in. That's it. That's the cool S. Gotta do it on a whim. Alright, world record Among Us. 3, 2, 1. Time. I think I could have gone faster. 3, 2. Let me breathe out. Time. That one looks like shit. Time. That's probably the best one. A little intersection on that invalid. Yeah, this is the best one. And it might have been the fastest, honestly. It's like if I try to go too fast. Oops. If I try to go too fast, I fuck it up. Alright, let's continue. The hat goes up, and then it's this curvy... Think of it, it almost looks like a wedding cake up top there a little bit. This is kind of like an old-timey, like, cartoon police hat. I don't think they really wear this anymore, if they ever did in the first place, but for the sake of this, connect up at the top. All right, let's finish this face so we can move on to the some of the body, the action. All right. Just drawing this backwards, almost like a J or like an L shape, which goes from behind under his jaw there, and then all the way up to the eye. This is what we have. This is where your eye is going to go first in the drawing. You missed that? Got it? It's just line. And then all the way. It's basically just following the side of the mouth all the way up. Okay. Next, we're going to make this, it's another curve. This is the collar of the cop's shirt, which is coming just from behind the cheek of Paul Blart. And it's going to end right about here, right where the chin stops. It's a loose V shape. Loose V shape. Made your cop way too big? How big? I made mine, I oversized mine a bit too, actually. It's alright if he looks a little bit big. I mean, it's like, first of all, it's a cartoon. Look how big the head is on mine. That's not natural. Don't worry about it. Yeah, is it like a zombie thing where they maul a cop? When a mall cop bites a normal cop, they turn into a mall cop? Yeah, absolutely. Alright, here's the rest of the collared shirt. Another line from behind the cheek here. Pales in comparison to your Paul. That's alright. Paul is the important one. He's the strong one. The collar, it's a curve and then a V line up. Florida men. This is how Florida men are made. That's true. So I'm going to do that again. It's like a J shape. Pretty small. Little line up. Teacher, I have to take a shower. Can you press the slow-mo button or something while I'm gone, please? Take a quick shower. Take a cold one. Here, we'll draw the... Here's what we'll do. I'll draw the other collar, and then I'll talk about music for a little bit. But then we'll continue. Another line. Ready? Curve up to about the chin. That's the collar. Okay. Now, all right. I know Dawn of Bran is getting in the shower here, right? Let's just look at the drawing for a second. The next bit that we're gonna do, so got what's arguably the most important part, which is the expressions on the face here, right? The head. The rest of it, which looks complicated, it's really just a lot of little curves and lines. And this is kind of my favorite type of thing to draw because I'm just making it up as I go, for the most part. In my head, I have a little bit of an image of what it looks like, but I'm kind of just goofing around. So, I love drawing this type of anatomy, so to speak, which is, let's see if I can find another example. It's basically, I don't know if I have any other examples in here. But it's mostly just me, like, goofing around, right? It's like, I used to draw that all the time, which was just these, like, just take a quick, like, detour and show you, but if you even look, if you follow me on Instagram, if you scroll back enough, you'll see I have drawings that are like this, that are basically like, I used to draw these characters, like these like lizard characters, which are like, I still draw them from time to time, but gotta draw this, these little eyes. Beetle Moses, Poggies. Yeah, like Gex. And then I would just draw them in some kind of like, you know, unnatural, or not unnatural, but just them kind of like, I think it's just fun to me. It's like soothing to just draw like limbs and bendy, like, dude, you give that a name. Like, it's fun to just draw, you know what I mean? And that's not like, I didn't do any, like you just watched me draw that live, right? He's just sitting around. I think it's fun and it's good practice to draw stuff like this, honestly. It makes it less intimidating to actually watch, like, or it makes it a little bit less intimidating to actually sit and like draw things that are more like this. Like that, what I just drew is sort of just like the, you know, little baby version of something like this, where it's still just like limbs that are layered over one another. You know what I mean? It's pretty, drawing one body and drawing two bodies is basically the same thing, because it's just, all right, what's going in front of the other. Notice the parts of Paul Blart that are in front of, sorry, this is like less funny and more actually like analyzing the drawing, but notice the parts of Paul Blart that are in front of the cop. What's the foremost object? Honestly, the foremost object in this image is arguably the Paul Blart, right? The hand and the watch. And then maybe the cop hand, right, is also right there. So even though Paul is the furthest most, he's also the furthest most object, he's also the foremost, right? So it's all about learning how to like layer things. And when I'm planning out a drawing, like, okay, where does that, what's going to come first? What do I want to hide behind here? You know what I mean? And then it's a matter of, once you have most things like plotted out, I'm just kind of like piecing it together, right? Like bit by bit, layer by layer. And that's exactly what I kind of just did with this little drawing too. Draw the face first, and then the arm, and I'm like, okay, I got two legs, but here's how I want them to be positioned. Just like, you know, practice makes perfect. But I think it's really helpful to draw stuff like this, little cartoon characters in like funny positions and stuff, because it does actually really help you with getting more comfortable drawing arms and legs, which are what a lot of people feel uncomfortable with. And also, yeah, the beauty of drawing is that you don't have to follow the rules. You can kind of just do what's comfortable for you. But it also gives you an idea of like, okay, what do I need to draw first? I'm okay with drawing legs and arms. Good. That's like, honestly, I get some people that feel like I'm not great at drawing like realistic legs and arms always. That stuff is kind of, let me see here. I actually went to a figure drawing class the other day. It was fun. We were using pastels. This was me just, I was like, that was before we started. But then I was using my oil pastels. They did one that was like 2 minutes. They had a guy that was posing in the middle. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 5 minutes. You can see how being able to spend some more time on it was like helpful. 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes. He was holding this like stick. This was a 10-minute. He was clothed. He was wearing a little diaper or something. And then we had 2 that were 15 minutes. This is a 15-minute. And 15-minute. And it actually was really helpful. Like, I felt as we were moving along, the practice was really helping me feel more comfortable with like positioning and shading, right? But drawing the legs, was the hardest part, especially when he's actually standing upright. I think it's easier to draw folded, bended limbs than it is to draw, what do you call it? The, like straight legs. I don't know why. It's just like it's a framing issue for me. All right, say goodbye to Froggy. No, I'll draw another one. Goodbye forever. Okay, we're back at it. Rest in peace, beer bro. Sorry guys, I'll draw a fresh one. Justice for Frog Boy. He'll get his own drawing. That's the justice is that I'll draw like an actual one. Okay. Here's a great here this is great because now the next thing that we're gonna draw is going to be the Paul Blart arm coming in front of the guy. Okay? The arm folding in front of the guy. I drew this little tiny deer furry kicking their legs. Probably one of the best things I drew so far. That's great. It's very satisfying when you get it right. Okay, straight line. Cut it about, yeah, about there is good. Let me move this up. Straight line. Which actually you can then just make the cop shoulder going in there to just give yourself an idea of where everything's going. See how that already kind of gives it some dimension? Adding that one line. It went from being just a line to, oh, this is something in front of something. Do you know what I mean? Am I tripping? Am I making sense? Facts. Yo, this MF spitting. Alright, we're drawing a hand. Cheat code. You know, we love our cheat codes here. There's always a cheat code to draw a hand easier than you think. Alright? And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to draw very small. This is the thumb. He's making a closed fist. Alright? This is the thumb. This is half of a rounded rectangle. Okay? Juts out, over, in. Out, over, in. Make a straight line, little one that intersects with the bottom bit of the thumb. See how the thumb is now tucked under the rest of the fist? And this is the way, this is kind of the sloppy way to do it, but this is the way that I do it. So when I'm drawing a closed fist, what do you see when you close a fist? Just the knuckles, right? The top of the knuckles. So it's just, think about it, 4 bumps. Bump, 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 bump. Keep it small. 4 bumps. Subtle. They don't, not like this. Little bumpy line. Down. Okay, just extend that. Jut in a bit. That's just the meaty part of the hand. That's kind of what separates the hand from the wrist. That's pretty, I mean, that's pretty much it. The only other thing we got to do is now is arm. Just kind of got a chubby arm, which is going around. And we'll stop like here after the elbow. How was that? Whoops. Did everybody get that? Did I go too fast? What do you think? Not too bad? Not too shabby. Gucci. I'm even going to add a little bit of a detail here, which is the watch. Just a circle. 2 lines going through it. Beetle Moses homework folder league. I don't even think there was anything crazy in there, honestly. I think it's all just literally comic vectors and illegally pirating Adobe software. Okay. Little line kicking up. Make a Y. That's just the fold of the arm. And then another hard line going this way. That's the sleeve. So the arm is now going to come up and intersect with that sleeve. Proud of this one? Good. And then another hard line going like that. That's the end of the sleeve. We just finished the right arm of the forbidden one. Okay. Now on this side, this is going to take a little bit of careful planning, all right? Now remember, when I drew this, you guys should be really proud of yourselves, because when I drew this, I had to go pencil first, and then I went over it with a pen. I don't say that to discourage you. I say that because I needed to plot everything out, and this is going to be a good example of that, because in this next bit, we're drawing the fingers. See those fingers on the shoulder? It's another example of the mall cop kid named Finger. The mall cop being in front, right? He's covering the lines of the cop. So we have to be mindful when we draw this next bit where that's going to go. But it's pretty easy. Picture the shoulder. Don't draw this. I'm just going to show you. The shoulder of the cop is going to be about here. And the fingers need to go here. But we have to draw the fingers first because they come first. All right. Your nickname in high school was Mall Cop. Yeah, that's funny. It's just 4 rounded rectangles, or almost ovals, honestly, in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how they're all connected? Circle. First one's a circle, and the next 3 are just these C's, backwards C's. Do it again. Oval. Circle. I mean C. 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 My nickname in high school was Beetle Moses. Both my characters are pretty off model. That's fine. It's supposed to. It should be off model. You should have your own look. That's normal. That means that you have your own style. Line, which is now the shoulder of the police officer. Look at that. If you guys have drawn this so far and you're at least satisfied with what it looks like, you should be very proud of yourself. This is like not an easy drawing, but we're working through it really well. Squeaky clean. All right, I think all you missed was we just drew this arm, which was mostly simple. And the fingies on this side. It's just the paw arm that looks a little wonky for me. That's all right, because he's also in attack mode. And there's more to Paul Blart's body that we're going to add as well. Speaking of which, we're actually going to make his shoulder connecting the top of the... Well, in my case, this is also... I know I bring this up on from time to time on our streams, but I also would encourage you guys, especially moving forward, and no, I should have said this at the beginning, but I would really encourage you guys that when you're drawing, when you're following along with what I'm doing, you should be looking at my drawing as a reference. Well, bazinga. We should be looking at the drawing as a reference, but you should be looking at your own drawing before you draw it, like a mindlessly. You know what I mean? Where my fingers are located, call for the shoulder of Paul Blart to be intersected, the ear to the finger. Your fingers may not look exactly right. You may want to, or they may not be in the same position. You may want to put the shoulder somewhere else. So I would encourage you guys to think, Bazanga, think critically about where the lines need to go. Not just copy exactly. Bagzinglo. Don't just copy exactly what I'm doing. Take a moment, look at your drawing. Okay? Think, alright, how did Beetle do it? Where do I want mine to be located? And then draw it. Because that extra second is going to help you out. It's going to make it look better, more dynamic, more like you want it to look. Alright, the next bit, and this is a scary one, is we're going to draw the hand of the police officer. Pay very close attention. There is a cheat code to drawing this one, but it's going to require a little bit of attention. Alright, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. This is the hand in question. Which really, you know how when you say a word over and over again, it kind of loses its meaning? Look at this really closely. What are we really looking at here? It's just a bunch of squigglies, squibbly squibs. And I'm going to walk you through it, alright? That's a pretty dynamic looking hand, alright? J's and C's. That's it. Just give me that good hand. Alright, let's start. Remember, these are all fingers, so you can keep it pretty small. Start with an oval. Okay. The next finger is a curly Q. An elongated curly Q. Ready? Another curly Q, almost identical to the last one. And the last one is just it's the same shape, basically, but you want it to be angled slightly different. It's at a little bit of a tilt because the hand is going to be connected this way. So these two curly Qs, another curly Q at a tilt. It can be even a little beefier than that. Down here is the thumb, which is just a curly Q going in the other direction. See that? Other way. From here, we're just drawing the base of the palm, which is a sort of bump. Connect it with a curve. Up and over. Do that again. Base of the palm, up and over. And then, easy peasy, just a straight line, about a quarter of the way up on the thumb, connecting to the tip of the finger. Or, like I said, you may find it looks better over here on this side of the finger. It all depends on what the angle is. That's it. That's how it looks on my drawing. How are you guys feeling about that bit? Good? Great? If anybody needs me to walk through, you like it? If anybody needs me to walk through, I can go back through that again. I know that was complicated. Probably the most complicated part of the drawing. But if you did it, you committed to papyrus, and I do not regret it. Good. All right. Next, the sleeve. Here's how I'm gonna draw. This is how I'm gonna draw mine. The sleeve of the officer, which is behind the hand. It's just this rounded. It's like picture it as a full oval behind him, but we're only seeing this bit. Okay. It's a gnarled mess of J's, but fuck it, we ball. I mean, that's what it is. Make that little oval bit, the little halo. This drawing is very big chunk is wholesome 100 milady. Couldn't have said it better. You took the words right out of my mouth. Straight line up to the fingers. Dude, look where we're at with this drawing so far. Honest to God. I mean, there's a lot going on. Finally made it to one of these. Let's go! Who else up redditing the gold? Oh damn, is that guy okay? That is Paul Blart. Mall cops. And he's mauling a cop. First art class. Dude, amazing. Amazing. I'm so glad to have like new people in here too. It makes me feel like you know, the brand is growing a little bit. How many years have you been drawing for? Well, I don't want to discourage you by saying this, but pretty much my whole life. I've been drawing forever. But I've only like really committed to draw. I'm a full-time artist only in the last year. But I've been drawing for a long time. I didn't go to art school. I don't have any like proper schooling in art, really. I had like a class in high school or two, but that's it. I've just been drawing a long time. That's not to say that you cannot pick it up like easily. It's just practice. And I'll tell you, this year of me doing art now has made me more confident, and I've learned more about myself as an artist than my entire life, just because I've committed to it. Alright, we're gonna make this little badge, which is simplified U and then a little W on top. I just like doodling funny little guys. Me too. When did you transition from notebook doodles to actual training and committing? I mean, I've been making serious, like, I've been making art for a while. You want to see here? I just dug this up. This is from a few years ago now, but here's another. This is that character that I'm always talking about. I basically drew it on here too. This is like I did this in paint. He's drinking a beer, and there's a little guy hanging on him. Kind of fun. But I've been doing stuff like this for ever. I know, isn't it funny they're always drinking beer? It's just like a painting. And in general, like, I mean, here, look. The sketchbook that I was just showing you, my, let me see if I can find something good in here. The sketchbook that I was showing you my figure drawings in. Just have, like, random shit in here. I don't know what I was thinking with some of this. Let me find something actually worthwhile. Like this. Just digging around. Fun stuff. It's all about practice. Just making stuff that you like. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. How do you decide when to not connect lines and when to complete and overlap them? Like with the fingers example, is it really just feeling it out here, or is it some other stronger guideline? Could you be more specific? How do you decide when to not connect lines and when to complete or overlap them? Do you mean like the... Oh, like are you talking about this finger versus like the other finger? It's a good question. If that's what you're referring to. If I'm misunderstanding, you should let me know. But yeah, basically... It's because of the angle that I'm picturing it at. Like this one, it could have also been facing... It could have been another curlicue like the rest of them. But I like the idea that the fingers are splayed out a bit more. And so like when you're drawing your hand like this, like okay, the angle that I'm holding it right now is pretty much the angle that you're seeing on the thing, right? My pinky is a complete, where is it? Circle. These three, I can see the back of them. This one, I can't see the back, so I complete the circle. Does that make sense? I know I'm not really phrasing it right. You're right. It really is just feeling it out. It is just feeling it out, and it's a matter of, like, picturing what things look like when you, like... It does help to look at references the first few couple times. You'll find that if you draw something with a reference, like, once... You're like, oh, okay, I can draw this. Twice, you're like, oh, I can draw this without looking at something. I swear. Unless it's something like crazy complicated, but like object-wise. Like if I needed to draw, like let me think. I'm trying to think of like an object. If I needed to draw like a TV set. All right, let me look at I'll look at an image the first time. Just okay, got it. Oh, okay, this was easier than I thought. Second time, I might pull up another picture of a TV set. Third time, I can draw it from my head. And something about that with drawing like hands and things like this and cartooning, it's just about practicing. You know from heart how it will look already. You have the reference in your mind already. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of true. I do have the reference in my mind. A lot of drawing, and especially stuff like this, is pulling from your memory bank. Kind of like what I was just saying. Like, once you draw something like 2 times with a reference, it's going to be in your bank forever, basically. And things like this, like knowing that I needed to draw, like, honestly, I've drawn a hand like this 100 times. I've probably done it a bunch in my comics, in my doodles, just like random stuff. You get a feel for it. The more that you draw, and what's gonna happen is the more that you draw, you're gonna find things that are in your memory bank that other artists don't have in their memory bank. Does that make sense? You're going to start to learn how to draw things in a way that looks right to you, and other people don't draw it that way, but it doesn't make it wrong. It makes it your style. That's why practice is important. And you may find that quicker than you think, honestly. Sorry guys, I'm cheating again. Just to bring this down a bit. I just want to make sure I have enough room. She mauls my paw till I cop. Ding! Sorry, lead hound. I know, like, sometimes it's hard for me to express, like, I'm still learning the teaching thing. That's the thing. I've been drawing my whole life, but I've been teaching for 3 months. So I'm still figuring out exactly how to like phrase things right. And I think, but these questions help me think about things. Sometimes it's hard I don't think about it. And that's part of it also. It's just like, you'll get to a point that you feel comfortable that it becomes second nature. The more that you draw. Alright, Moses, if you had to eat a part of the human body, what would you pick? The ass. All good. I get a little bit better now. I think the more that you come to these classes, we're going to do other stuff like this. And then when you're drawing your own thing, you'll be like, oh, wait, I've drawn this before. You know what I mean? I'm learning art from the world's best teacher. I don't know about that. Okay. We're going to make the sort of fat belly of the cop. All right. Which is a curve. Okay. Another curve. And now this one is important because this curve is actually the middle of the shirt. It's going to connect all the way up. All the way up to the top of the collar. And then one more J-shape bump. That's the last of the belly. Thank you, Crystal Farms. Thank you. I'm having fun with these, man. Sometimes I worry a little bit that these classes might be a little niche. Like, I don't know. I know it's like, it feels a little bit more like active viewing, you know, because I'm asking you guys to draw along with me. And sometimes I know you just want to sit there and like not think or not do anything, but it's really fun. I'm having a good time. I draw in my free time. I draw when I draw for work. I draw everything. You know what I mean? I just like drawing. So I love drawing with you guys, and I love seeing your drawings afterwards. All right, here we go. You ready? What do I want to draw next here? Let's go. We're going to draw the legs of the cop. All right. So, quick, just so you can guys get a frame of reference. Here's basically the hip of the cop, right? Don't draw this. I'm just kind of showing you where everything's going to go. He's going to have one leg down and one leg bent, right? Like he's like mall cops taking him down. Who up yummering they Beetle Moses. All right, so we're going to start with his butt cheek, which is just a little, I just drew it like this, bump. I think active viewing is good. I mean, I think it's kind of like, it's like reading, you know, like you don't always feel like it, but then once you do it, you're kind of like, why don't I do this all the time? It feels so much better than like sitting and doom scrolling on Twitter for 1,000,000 hours a day. I know I'm constantly bitching about Twitter, but that place is fucking terrible recently. Even people whose viewpoints I agree with, I'm just like, you know that Chris Griffin video where he's talking to Stewie Griffin and he's just like, why are you so fucking negative all the time? It's just like, God, if you really base your worldview off of what you see on Twitter, you are like, oh my God. It's too miserable, man. Gotta get off the shit. Alright, line down. I just follow funny people. I know, obviously, I'm also speaking from a place where I've met a ton of cool people. It's helped me. It's literally helped me. Yeah, you can give everybody a massive dumpy. I'm drawing this just for space reasons, but if you have enough room to give like a giant... Actually, I drew it even a little bit bigger than I did in the original drawing. I've met so many cool people on Twitter. It's just sometimes it's like, you know when you go to like a terrible party or you have like a really shitty class, but then you end up like kind of bonding with a couple cool people who are there because you're all just like, yo, this class fucking sucks. But then you actually are like, you bond with somebody because it's like a shitty situation that you're both stuck in. That's what Twitter feels like sometimes. All right, the bottom of the pant leg is this kind of hook shape. Yeah, just follow cool people and artists. We haven't done a big dumpy in a while. I know we're not really gonna have a good angle of Paul Blart. So honestly, I know it's a little late, but this was your chance to draw a big dumpy if you haven't yet. little line up. Okay. The knee comes down. Round it a bit at the ground. Let's zoom in here a bit. Keep some room because there's going to be a shoe here. But straight line. That just goes, straight line that goes, here, I should actually give you more direction than that. The back of the pant leg, I drew it here. It's pretty much just important that it comes from behind the pant leg. It doesn't have to be very long, but you want it to extend past the ass of the cop. Here's how I drew it in the original one. This is the line that we're looking at. Ding, 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 ding. This line. Okay. Just above it, there's another line going this way, but it's kind of, remember his calf, so it's a little bit rounded there at the top. Round. Little chicken leg going up, right? Line that intersects right here at the pretty much the meatiest part of the calf. Isn't it also interesting, like as we're drawing here, and it's like it's just a line and a line, but then like two lines and it becomes like a calf. Do you know what I mean? That's the cool thing about drawing, is like once you like, it just takes a couple lines and then all of a sudden you get a feel for what you're looking at and it becomes something different. Thick thighs, thick ash. I think I turned this drawing of a funny cop being bitten into a political cartoon. Alright. This is the bottom of the shoe. Alright. And a curve that comes up. Actually, you know what? It's going to be easier to frame it this way. Make sure actually the bottom... It's okay, if you already drew that shoe, you didn't goof up, but it's going to be easier for me to explain this way. Make sure the bottom leg, or the bottom part of the leg, is farther out slightly than the top bit. It's just going to help for the angle of the shoe. Because then you're going to draw this little curvy connecting. Massive dumpy. Massive dumpy. Zoom out real quick. I got you. Well. And just so you know, my proportions are... It's okay. My proportions on this drawing are different from this one. Look, I drew the cop like a lot bigger than I meant to. I drew his body way too big. But it's okay. It's really tiny compared to... That's all right, because we're gonna add... You're gonna have a body. It'll look fine, guys. It's gonna look good. We're gonna draw the shoe, which is basically... It's a C shape. Okay. I'm like just running out of room. It's a C shape. So basically a straight line, rounded, curved at the back. That's the heel. That leg. Something about this leg just ain't right. So curve, or straight, curve, back, diagonal, heel. My God, you accidentally brewed your coffee with Red Bull this morning. I think I'm gonna die. How do you accidentally brew your coffee with Red Bull? Just wondering. All right. Another curve at the top. This is the ankle sock. And then curve around the bottom. That's the sole of the shoe. Red Bull water system. Imagine like oh, maybe this is a comic idea. The sole changed it. Oh yeah, yeah. And then this is the 3 bumps for the laces of the shoe. Comic idea. I was thinking something along the lines of like, you know, remember when they like donated like our atheism donated that giant like thing of water to African children? It says like donated by our atheism. Have you ever seen that picture? But I'm picturing actually it's like I don't know. I don't know how to make this funny. Something about like donating one of those giant like Red Bull trucks. Maybe that's one for the shelf. My roommate left a can of Red Bull next to the fucking water pitcher, and by the time I noticed it was too late, I just said fuck it. That must have tasted atrocious. And I know there was a part of you that you knew what you were doing. But you were like, I just got to see this through. Straight line to make a V. Evil concoction. A huge kick here. It tasted like ass and I think I'm addicted. Another line up top here. Straight line going out. Curve. Curve to connect. And I would actually start backwards from the shoe. I would say, think about where this one is on the ground. It's going to be in the same plane as this line, right? As if the line is continuing. Bottom of the shoe. Heel. Top of the shoe. Make a U. Should make that bigger. U for the, what do you call that? Not the insole. The lip of the shoe, the tongue. I don't know what you call that. The opening. Line up. Shoe hole. Line up, curved over. And just a line connecting those two. And then you can curve these back. See that? See how I did that? This open hole of the pants, the pant leg. Curve them in. Please go again if it's not a big issue. I missed the second shoulder and had to fix it up. Yeah, what do you need me to just run this shoe back again here? Easy. Bottom of the shoe is a straight line. Straight line. Heel. Top of the shoe. Whoops. It's a little bit large. Top of the shoe. My cop is 30% neck, dude. Dude, look at this drawing. Look at the original. You kind of have to suspend your belief a little bit. Shoe hole. Just connecting these. Whoops. And then just draw the knee. And the back of the knee. Which are just these two L shapes. closing up the back of the pant leg. And then I'm just adding the details that I did on the other shoe, which is the sole, the sock curving around, oh, that's funny. It like held the, it just held your message, Crystal Farms, but I can read it and it's okay. I don't know why that's weird. It looks like a children's book cover. That's funny. My poor boy was attacked in his American sweatshop moccasins. 0 QC. 1, 2, 3 for the laces. Bump, bump, bump. Alright, and now we are just drawing the... This is the grand finale, basically. We're drawing the segue. Segue. Alright. Now, it doesn't take up too much room on the side because it's kind of tucked behind the guy. We just get a glimpse of it that suggests what we're looking at. Alright, but it's not too hard. We're in the home stretch here, guys. We're almost there. Almost there. Picture this. It's a circle, right? But it's behind the guy's leg. So you're not seeing the whole thing. You're just seeing this piece. And then another... Now, here's the thing. I'm going to head out and finish this later. Peace out, Mr. Moses. Thank you for coming through. We're almost done, guys. We're almost through. We got to add a little bit of dimension to these wheels. So it's thin up top, beefier at the sides, and goes down. And then add another thin circle around this one. Okay. Little rectangle. This is the platform of the Segway. And then you want to make from that middle bit, you're going to make a straight line going straight up, and another one going straight up. Are you getting tangled up? We can take a little bit of a break. We're almost there. Almost there. Here, I'll zoom out so you guys can see the whole thing. If there's any piece that you got lost on, if you need to redo it, and if this is your first time coming to a class, they're not not all the drawings are this involved. This one was a little bit more of like I kind of wanted to challenge you guys a little bit. Sorry. This was what we drew a few weeks ago. Which was still cool. But I really did want to kind of like, challenge for me is a challenge for you. Capybara. I'm just coloring in, this is not necessary. I'm just going to color in the wheels. I'm just going to add a little bit of dimension to it. This will also be a really cool drawing to color in when we're done, if you guys wanted to color it in. Your cat is sitting on a cat. I was kind of late, but managed to catch up. Let's go. Good job, Babadook. I'm going to color in his little watch here. But again, you don't have to color in everything I'm coloring in if you want to actually add like full color. Some of these will be more interesting in browns and grays and stuff like that. All right. Oof, just got that neck cracking. How's everybody else doing right now? What time is it, everybody, by you? Some of you guys are in the US, some of you guys are not. Shading the wheel right now. Oh my god. Well, 9:47, that's my time. 2:47 a.m. Good gracious. 6:47, oh, that's not so bad for you. You guys are on the West Coast. PST gang. 9:50. KK's living 3 minutes in the future. PST gang, we lit. I'm EST. EST gang is hungry right now, I'll tell you right now. You still here? Everybody put your current time on Paul's watch. How would it look from his angle? Let me see. Let me zoom in. Let me look at it from this angle. It is like that. It's just about 10 o'clock. Oh no, wait, that's actually not right. It's closer to 9:45. It's not very exciting, my time. Kind of looks like that. That's good though. Beetle side profile got me sweating. I had to look at it. Sometimes that's another trick for you artists out there. You gotta look at your shit from a different angle sometimes. Okay. Okay. We're gonna continue the drawing a bit because I'm getting antsy. We're gonna draw the other wheel, which is just another circle. Whoops. Try to mimic the same circle and shape that you did on this side. Same thing. Thin up top, thicker at the sides, thin again on the bottom. I'll color that one in too. Shade it. Looking good. Looking very good. Okay, guys, you're not gonna believe it. We're almost freaking done. Whoops. I just did that. We're almost freaking done. Here's all we have to draw left. We pretty much just have Paul Blart's body, and most of it is hidden behind, it's obscured. All right. Everybody with me? Here's how we're gonna do it. This is the handle of the Segway. A little bit of a rounded rectangle. Kind of hot dog. Curved line coming in. Fulcrum, come in. Yodi gang. A little J shape. J shape. And another, here look, actually. Slight curve. Slight curve again, a little bit farther up. Connect. See that? These are the two handlebars and a C shape. You guys get that? Now, whoops. We're making a rectangle. This is just the, like, I think this is the chaos control. You know, there's like something about, I don't know, this is kind of in my head. I didn't look at a reference for a segue, but I think they have like a little panel here, like an electronic bit. Give it some dimension. I'm just drawing another rectangle, connecting it. Gonna color in these handlebars. Just the grippy parts. All right. This is it. We're in the home stretch. Home stretch. We're making the belly of the beast. Okay. Bump. Bump. Bump and connect. Okay. And now we're making the two. It does look like a leg. He's legless right now. We're gonna make his legs right now. Line. Bend at the knee and curve it back. And then his other leg, straight line. Do which part? The knee? Which part did you need? Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, the belly. All right, let's do the belly. It's just 3 lines, 3 curves. Got you. I got you. Curve. And then intersect halfway through this one, or like a quarter of the way through it. Another curve. And then one more time. Quarter of the way up. Another curve. And this one comes all the way up. I know this was a longer drawing, but you guys are doing great. And we're seriously, we're about to draw the last like 4 lines of the drawing. You got it? Straight leg. The line is coming here. Knee down. This leg. Straight line. And then straight line this way. And this is, I'm just drawing what I have room for. So the way I'm looking at it, and this might be overcomplicating it, you could just draw a straight line going down and that looks fine. Maybe we should just stick with that. That seems easy enough. I was going to do a little bit more. You see what I'm doing here? We have the option of just bringing a straight line down. That looks fine. I was going to give it a little bit extra something. Show his pant leg. Whatever you have room for. straight line, that could be done. Or if you want to go straight line, curve over, and then a straight line, that could also be it. And the only important thing about like the Paul Blart like costume is that his pants are black, so I would color that. I would color his pants in black. The rest of it is completely up for interpretation. And then here's what I would do. We're just adding finishing touches. Lines to show that he's attacking. And then I would somewhere in here, whoops, I would include the text. So go Paul oops Blart okay Mall, and then make this one bigger. Mall. In between, and make a little star. Cops. O P S. Where's everybody at? Are you guys all still drawing? This is it. That was the end of the drawing. You should be very proud of yourself. If you made it all the way through, hey, round of applause. Writing text. Alright, yeah, let me finish the text too before we do a whole celebration. I also like to do, like, I'm kind of making them bubble letters a little bit. But loosely. Obviously, you guys can polish this up really nice if you want. We did it. Better Paul Mall. I think the text, it really helps this drawing. I mean, actually, it's the punchline, right? It's a mall cops. Just adding some shading under everything here. We did it, Reddit. Reddit gold for everybody. We did it, Reddit. This is definitely the longest that we've worked on a drawing, but I'm really excited to see what you guys came up with. With ball pose. How could you? You have lured us into false security with drawing and then forced me to gaze upon my shitty handwriting. Dude, look at mine. Please be real. Mine does not look so hot right now. Look at that. I'm just trying to finish this one up here. Are we allowed to tag you? Yeah, if you tag me, then I'll see it and I'll hit you with a retweet. That's what we've been doing. So, if it's your guys' first time being at the class, first of all, you came in on a fucking doozy because this was the hardest thing we've drawn. Easily, this is the hardest thing we've drawn. Let's zoom out. So I'm really happy that you guys joined us. But yeah, if you You're gonna be so mad when you, yeah, if you post it on Twitter, I'm gonna hit you with a retweet, of course. If you're too shy to post it on Twitter, you shouldn't be, honestly. I'm sure you did a great job, but if you're too shy, if you just want to send it to me, you can also just DM it to me. I do get a lot of DMs, so I won't be able to respond right away, maybe, but I always will reply to you. Um, and let's see what it say. I tore the ligament in my thumb because I fell off and rode Segway. Dude, that's terrible. How are you feeling now? I love off-road segwaying. Uh, this came out great, honestly. I think like if you want to take a little time and color this in, if you have the option, I think it would look great. I think it looks good, black and white too. Um, we went long on this one, so you should name search too because I've been tagging you on Twitter. I'm not sure if you saw it. You're right. I should do that. Dude, my mentions tab has just been broken for like what is it, 6 weeks now? Like it's been broken for so long, um, maybe longer. But yeah, you're right. I should just name search and check it out. Yeah, I'm not. I'm certainly not intentionally ignoring anybody. If I just don't see it, I won't. I won't see it. Just DM it to me if you feel like I haven't seen it. Then just send it my way. What was I gonna say? We went for a long time. I know normally we do two drawings, but I don't want. I know you guys probably want to chill out now, so that's all right. Can we zoom in on the letters a little? Sure, sure. Do you guys have any more questions? Any questions? You got it. Any questions? I'm gonna eat a slice of pizza when we hop off of here. I was practicing earlier. Some of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys who are in the chat right now, but oh yeah, still zoom in on the wheels afterwards. Let's see. Is there a way I can get both of them in the shot? Let's see if I can just get both of them in the shot. You finished? Let's see. Can I get both of them in the shot? Can you is that zoomed in enough that you guys can both see it? Oh, I'm sorry, you missed the drawing. That's all right. I'm gonna upload this VOD either tomorrow or the next day, so you guys can take a look. Is that good for you? Um, yeah, this one came out, dude. I was a little worried that this was gonna be a little too complicated, but I'm super excited to see how yours came out. Um, I was thinking about like drawing this one just as my own thing. So I'm glad that I get to kind of share the love a little bit, and you guys all got to draw it too. Because the other thing about drawing it is not only do you get to post it and share it, but now it's part of your collection. You should make the doodling beetle an emote. It's so cute. That's a good idea, actually. That is a good idea. I was having some trouble uploading uploading some emotes, but I think that is probably the move. But yeah, we've been going like 2 hours, so I think we're probably what's the origin of the Beetle guy? Basically, this was some of you guys probably already know this story, but basically when I first joined, I I've been drawing for 2 entire hours. I know, seriously. Dude, we literally started this 2 hours ago, can you believe it? But time flies, baby. Um Basically, when I first joined Twitter, I was using my which was the same one. It was basically the one that I had on Instagram too, which was this extremely clunky. It almost looked like an Xbox username. My name is Harris, so it was HARR11S_art was my username on Twitter. And I think I had posted like one or two comics, and then my buddy Yola Swag Studios, who I have a podcast with. If you haven't checked it out, you should check that out. It's called Cold Cuts Podcast. It's on YouTube. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/coldcuts, where you get early access to Beetle comics, early access to Yellow Swag Studios comics, bonus comics that are not posted to Twitter or Instagram, bonus episodes of the podcast, and you get invited to the Discord where we play Gartic Phone and Jackbox like every couple weeks, which is awesome. So we're right on there. If you wanted to check out Cold Cuts, it's really fun. We have an unbelievable community over there. I think a lot of people in the chat are from the Cold Cuts community. Seriously, the nicest, funniest guys and gals on the internet. Super cool. We just have a nice little nest egg, and we're just getting started. So if you wanted to support me and you wanted to kind of just really catch up on some more lore and stuff, if you cannot get enough Beetle Moses. Yeah, there is a Cold Cuts Discord. When you join the Patreon, at any tier, you are invited to that one. I'll plug it right here. This is the Patreon if you want to check it out. No pressure, but we love recording them. We love community. We love like interacting with the Discord. You guys, some of you guys who are in the Discord will know that I'm like embarrassingly in there. Yeah, and then maybe I think it probably would be wise to make like a Beetle Moses Art School Discord soon. I just have to find a way to kind of like juggle them both. Oh no, I did not finish the story, the origin story. So anyway, I put the my buddy Yolo Swag shouted me out on a Twitter space when I had like first joined, was like, "Yo, hop on the train right now. Go follow my boy at HARR11S_AR." And I'm sitting there listening to this thing, and I'm like, dude, nobody's gonna follow me. Nobody can even understand what the hell he's saying. So I was like, I really need a name that's a little bit more punchy, memorable. I really wanted it to be a character. Like, I wanted it to sound like a name of a character, basically. Not just like, you know, I don't know, I can't even think of an example. And I wanted it to just be like 1 or 2 words, something easy. And I had a list of, I just had like wrote down a list of names that popped into my mind. And I also want to know numbers, basically. And Beetle Moses, when I went to go change my name on Twitter, it was the first one that was available that I didn't have to put any numbers or make any like weird edits to the words. So that was it. The rest is history. It kind of just popped in my head. There's not really any other like logical reason behind it. Made the name, made the character, and then and that was it. Let's see. I'd love to hang with all the art school peeps. Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, maybe I will set one of those up. The more we talk about it, the more it sounds like fun. It does sound really cool. You did this on a school night? Dude, hell yeah. Keep procrastinating. Alright, guys. Listen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have so much fun on these episodes. We're going to do this again on Wednesday. So, what a wild first class. That was a really cool one. Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Every week. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, so my time. And then I'm probably going to pop in, I think, I might even pop in tomorrow. I have some errands to run, but maybe in the evening I'll pop in and I might do another stream that's not a class, but just kind of like, whoa! Oh, dude. Yowlets. Yolets. Yo. Thank you. Thank you. You're seriously the GOAT. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, everybody drop a Yowlets in the chat. Yowlets. Absolute GOAT. Goated. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you all of you for your support. I have so much fun on these. Even if you don't draw along, if you're just tuning in just to check it out, it means the world to me. If you haven't already, if you've been listening but you haven't followed me on Twitch, please be sure to just hit me with a follow so that you get a little notification when I go live in case you forget. Yowlets, dude. That's my fucking guy. What else is there to say, man? I love you guys. I'm going to keep coming up with some new ways. Part of my to-do list tomorrow is to come up with some new ways. Shout out Opal Chick. I got to come up with some new ways to just reward you guys for being such great subs. You guys are amazing. And Twitch is kind of a new platform to me, so I'm still kind of just like feeling out the space around me a little bit. But the growth has been amazing. It's so encouraging. I love all of your positive messages. It just keeps me going. Oh my god. Azotus! Thank you! Oh my god, it's amazing. Yo, let me get an Azotus in the chat! Dude, full disclosure, just like, I don't know, like Friday of like this last week, like just going into the weekend, I was feeling completely brain fried, like totally burnt out. I'm still recovering a little bit just in terms of like feeling like I have like new ideas flowing in, right? When you're especially at like the level of like posting a comic like once a day, you know, it's a lot of pressure and sometimes the ideas just don't pop into your head. I think like I'm kind of reckoning that with myself a little bit. It's just normal, and I think I went into this weekend feeling totally fried, not really feeling like I want to draw, not really sure what the future of, like, you know, the Beetle Moses brand looks like exactly, but all that stuff is just like negative thoughts, right? Negative energy doesn't mean anything. It's just I feel amazing about, like, just this stream. I love coming on here. I love communicating with you guys. I love when you send me DMs. I love when you tag me in your art. It's great. I just need, sometimes it's like you need a couple days off. You know what I mean? Doing one comic a day. Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot. And I think maybe what I'll probably just switch to is really just drawing, like, really posting the comics that, like, I know are good. You know what I mean? That I really like. I think I was so concerned with output, and I was forgetting a little bit about, like, quality over quantity. But I also, maybe this is just the, like, crazy side of me, is sometimes when I get in moments like this, I'm like, this is where a weaker person would quit. And I am not that guy. I would like to continue my current quest as an artist. And as much as I feel burnt out, it does not snuff the fire within me, which makes me want to just keep drawing. So expect more. I cannot wait for Wednesday's class. I love coming on here. Tell your friends. Only just got here, but super big fan of these in the pod. Keep it up, big man. Dude, love you. Oh, I thought you were saying class mantra. You are not that guy. Dude, you're inspiring a bunch of other people to draw too. Thanks, man. I that means a lot. I love hearing that, and it's almost unintentional, right? I'm just doing what I love to do. But that's great. That's great. If this has kickstarted a creative bug in you guys, that means the world to me. All right, I gotta eat some pizza. I'm super hungry. Love you guys. I hope to see you on Wednesday. Can't wait to see your drawings on Twitter. Goodbye. Good night.